It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Atlanta Falcons, and it's all up next.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Gunn joined in the booth by Charles Davis. CD, these Falcons seem to be in an interesting spot coming into 2023. They've seemingly got playmakers galore on offense, but they may only be as good as what their defense can do for them.
And that defense, 27th overall in the league last year, so they must improve. In order to help them, though, they're going to try and control the ball more on the offensive side, try and run it a little bit more, take some time off the clock.
But meanwhile, for the Colts, it's been a pretty hard fall the last couple of years. From 11 wins in 2020 to just 4 a season ago. How do they get back on the right path?
I think they've started back on the right path with the change in the coaching staff, but a lot of it, players already on the roster playing back to the levels we've seen before.
The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense, and at the helm in his second season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
The Falcons got their feet wet with Ridder during a 4-game audition last season, and he did end their year with a pair of wins. Optimism reigns that he is their quarterback of their future.
Come on, set.
Here's Ridder now to throw on their first play. Kadarius Hodge has it complete, and he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Here's the 8th overall pick from Texas. It's Bijan Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
No surprise, Robinson is looking like one of the best running back prospects we've seen in a long time. He became the face of the Atlanta football team the second he was drafted, and he should be ripping off big runs for them for years to come.
Off the play fake, it's Ridder. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
2nd and 10.
Check pitch. Smith red. Yellow. Lonnie.
Ridder from the gun. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
Ridder throwing on 3rd down. He's got his man, London, right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big gain and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. On play action, here's Ridder. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To the air again, it's Ridder. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Going for it on 4th down, it's Ridder. That is caught. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Ready?
Going play action. Ritter. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Ritter to throw it. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Ritter now. This is caught. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to...
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts offense set to go to work, and they're led by a guy who's bounced around a bit the last few years, hoping to find a home with Indianapolis, Gardner Minshew.
Even though the Colts went quarterback to start the NFL draft, they wanted a veteran under center this season. They tabbed Minshew as that guy. The mustache and the mullet are in the Circle City, and he is their starter.
Minshew and the Colts going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. These guys running back out of the backfield. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 72 yards. And the Colts are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
On the set. Switch, yellow, check pink. Smith, red.
They begin the drive with Robinson, and he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
7-7, our score after one. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Samson Abuka. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Come on, set.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. That's taken it around the 40. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job. And Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Throwing on first down is Minshew. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. David Onyemata busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Oh, that's a sight that pleases Atlanta Falcons fans in a big way, and that's why Onyemata was lured away from the rival Saints to make plays like that. Showed a lot of promise in New Orleans with at least 5 sacks in 2 of his last 3 years there.
Got a man complete. It's Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts have taken the lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go down. Yellow, Lonnie, check white.
Now Patterson to start the drive. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this one will kick out of bounds, so they'll hold on to it inside the 10-yard line.
Tried to create a little bit of that hocus-pocus with some magic. But the defense, not impressed at all. They don't lose contain on this very dangerous runner, and they get a big stop.
Ready, ready.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Ritter. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench, not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's fielded at the 34. They can't tackle him. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run here with Taylor. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Gay is on for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Second down throw coming for Ritter. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
Ready.
Ritter. Got a man, it's London. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. And his pass incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Ritter. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man. Ritter has it knocked down. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw former rushing champ Jonathan Taylor be a big-time factor in that first half. He accounted for 3 touchdowns overall, 1 on the ground and 2 in the passing game, as his all-around skills were on display in those first 2 quarters. We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And the Colts going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Minshew. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
He's got a man, complete. it's all said and done. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense. So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Staying on his feet. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And now Minshew saw something he didn't like, so he's going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off from the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
Here we go.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a 1st down.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Ready.
Robinson up the middle. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready?
Ritter will set up to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game.
And got his man complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Here's Minshew. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. He's got Granson, his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The pickup there, 5 yards.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he coughed it up. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally coughed it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
But as you say, still comfortably in command. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
The previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Minshew sets to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Josh Downs, a 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. That time a 9-play drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 2.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They'll go play action here with Minshew. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Mo Alley-Cox, 29 yards. And the Colts have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, fourth quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Gay is on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Set, ready.
Back to throw, Ritter. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Come on, set.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Set.
Ritter now. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ritter again. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. On 1st down, Ritter. Short throw to Smith. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Steal, flat. Ready?
Ritter back to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juju Brents. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd down and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got Pierce. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Minshew, 1st and 10. It's caught inside the 25. And down to the 7-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 49 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Minshew. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stays.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce.
Sanchez to kick off for
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On the double.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Ready?
Ritter to throw it. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. A Ritter's throw complete to Hollins. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said,